Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about the natal chart of Tom Brady, Part 1. And as many of you may know, Tom Brady is a four-time Super Bowl winning champion. He's a very prolific quarterback. Some regard him as one of the greatest. Most people will say that he is one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. So anyway, people, let me get started. Well, the first thing with Tom Brady is that he has his sun in Leo, and this gives Tom his natural charisma and magnetism, and he doesn't even have to try to get attention. He could command it automatically. This gives strong leadership prowess and ability, much courage, valor, and fortitude, and can be very magnanimous. I would imagine he is. I don't know that 100%, but I do feel that he more likely than not is. Basic wants may include attention and notoriety. Maybe there's things connected with theater and drama that may interest him, being a sun in Leo as well. Now he has the moon in Aries, and this is the side that can be acerbic, abrupt, and occasionally hot-tempered, but it also can make him exceptionally competitive. Now the moon is reactionary, and sometimes we see Brady get riled up at an opposing player who might unnecessarily push him or do something that he feels is unwarranted. And I think a lot of times that's that moon in Aries coming out. Now, he has a Libra ascendant, and this could give Tom his natural charm, tact, and diplomacy. It mellows the fiery temperament of the Leo sun and the Aries moon considerably, perhaps, but this could make him strive for fairness and justice, and can give good speaking abilities, make him very eloquent and very refined taste. It can give a rather humble and modest outer demeanor. I think he's deferred to Peyton Manning as the best ever, and it seems like his demeanor is very, very modest, more so than the average Sun and Leo personality, obviously. And I think a lot of this is attributed to him having a Libra ascendant. Now he has a preponderance of planets above the horizon, which is houses 7 through 12, and this can Tom is likely to be apt to be more objective than subjective, more extroverted than introverted, and more optimistic as opposed to being pessimistic. This could be someone that could be more adaptable to a public life as opposed to a private one, say. So, and I think based on who he is and his stature, he seems to thrive on having the publicity, I would say. Now, he has 6 of his 10 planets on the left side of the chart. And the left side of the chart is our houses 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, and 3. And this could signify somebody that is maybe slightly more independent than dependent, emphasizes a little more self-reliance as opposed to asking others for assistance. It could show that he generally prefers to do things on his own, could be very self-motivated as opposed to collaborating with others on projects. Now, the fact he has Libra ascendant, he also has his North Node in Pluto in Libra, will modify this a bit because Libra is a sign associated with partnerships, of course. Now, he has most of his major influences in cardinal signs, and by major influences, I'm talking about the 10 planets, the MC, and the ascendant. And this could indicate he could be rather anxious to embark on projects. He may start many simultaneously, but not necessarily finish all of them. And he could have a lot of impatience. Perhaps this is attributed to having a lot of energies in cardinal signs. And what this could be is he likes to this could be a very action-oriented person wanting a lot of activity and might find it very hard to be stagnant for any protracted or prolonged period of time. Now, he has the majority of his major influences in fire in air. And this accentuates, perhaps, and reinforces the extroversion that I was talking about before, with Tom Brady having the majority of his planets above the horizon in his natal chart. And this could indicate that it indicates, also reinforces the objectiveness and the optimism, and having, as what I stated, by having most of his major influences in fire and air signs, which are masculine, plus coupled with the fact he has most of his planets above the horizon. So anyway, the final or chart signature is Aries. I give it to Aries over. It was really a tie between Aries and Libra, but I gave it to Aries because, okay, he has 5 of the 12 major influences in Cardinal, so the final signature is a Cardinal sign. However, okay, he had 4 in air and 4 in fire. Now, the 4 in air were 2 outer planets, and then the ascendant, and then Mars. Now, the fire energies were 2 outer, the sun and the moon. So I gave a slight edge to the fire because I thought that had a little bit more personal energy as opposed to the other ones. So cardinal. So it's cardinal fire, which is Aries, and this is supposed to give an overall feel or tone to the chart. However, I do not believe it supersedes the sun, moon, or ascendant in terms of its overall significance or impact on the natal chart. This could give Tom Brady certain aggressive, assertive energy and very action oriented, and I think we see this when he plays football. And this could accentuate and reinforce the moon and Aries characteristics. So this could impact Tom Brady a little more than the general final or chart signature goes. Now, he has his chart a ruler or first house ruler. I'm just saying it as a synonym, not as you could call it the chart ruler or the first house ruler, posited in the 9th house. So this could indicate that Brady's Libra, charming Libra rising, outer demeanor, diplomatic side can come out strongly and prominently in matters connected with abstract thinking, perhaps higher learning, maybe philosophy and religion as well. Now, I don't know if he is a religious or what he is in connection with that, but if he does follow religion, yes, then that would figure very prominently in his life scheme. Now, long distance traveling may also play a very strong role, and as far as his own life goes, and maybe during traveling is where a lot of times with the long distance traveling is where his Libra rising outer demeanor personality may come out strong as well. People he meets maybe in foreign travel. Well, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the natal chart of Tom Brady, part 1 of 2, and stay tuned next time where I'll be dissertating and talking about Tom Brady's natal chart, part 2. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.